Hello, we are back with the Wounded Beast mission, and I'm going to check something. Instead of 14-inch guns, can I fit 15s? Double 15s, So I can fit 15s. Let's get some triple 15s. That works. And that mostly works. We're slightly overweight and slightly over cost. That doesn't make a difference, so I will drop this down to 18 anyway. How low do I have to go? There we go. And that gets us... well, that gets us a more powerful broadside of 15-inch guns instead of 14-inch guns. Maybe we'll have some better luck with heavier guns, because then we'll be doing more damage. And if that fails, we'll reduce some of the other armor and go for 16s. I make this a... Let's just try it with this for now. 25-second reload with those. There we go. And that glitched out. Let's launch. And let's see if this works better. Hopefully it will. Being able to hit harder should help. Longer range might help too. But who knows? Previewing, click to continue. 1 battleship, 2 battlecruisers, 1 heavy cruiser, 2 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser, and 5 destroyers. To the northwest. So they're that way. Beautiful. Where is you? Oh! That's actually quite useful for a change. 31 knots, 22 knots. Really? No, top speed is 30 knots. 30.5. So you're going to go that way, and you are going to turn around and head this way. Speed 30. I don't know what the armored cruiser's doing exactly. You're a bit dumb, aren't you? Yes. Yes, he is. So let's zoom in over to them. What are we looking at? 3 twin turrets, possibly 16s. I suppose we'll see. And where's the other one? The other one is right behind him, and he has a more conventional layout. Those are definitely 16 inches at least. Those are some big guns. Look how forward they're mounted, too. And then look how far aft these are mounted. Wow. This guy will probably be the easier one of the two to fight, though, because his armament's rather limited. Let's see. Not a huge hit chance. The downside is, because of the different sized turrets, they reload at different rates, and therefore they have a different volley. But overall, we're still looking at about 20% chance to hit. And they haven't actually spotted us yet. Why did you switch targets? Oh, that's fine. Whatever. We'll live with that. Your hit chance isn't brilliant. They have fired. Those are probably 20s. These are definitely smaller. Oh, hello. Aren't you nice? Speaking of that, what's our armored cruiser looking like? We got 8-inch guns. Let's get another good look at him. 4 twin 8-inch guns, and that's a decent torpedo armament up front. And it looks like they're shooting at the armored cruiser, who does do 31.5 knots. We're doing 30 knots at the moment. Yeah, they're focusing fire on the cruiser, who's decided to open fire. We have hit you. They're turning to give a broadside. Why is the armored cruiser so far away from the battleship? It's like, yeah, you need to screen, but Christ, why are you so much closer? Yeah, he's gotten to half the range. Fool. Fool, 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 fool. Yeah, you've got big guns. I'll say that. I'll definitely say that. You are within their secondary battery range. Foolish armored cruiser. Yeah, none of those hit. I am worried about you. Still says you got 100% though. You should not have gotten so close. Why did you stop firing? Probably because accuracy's poor. So you've managed to hit them somehow. You got a hit. Well, they got a hit on you. What are you shooting at now? Because you changed your target again. You are shooting at a destroyer. How are you guys doing? You're not even remotely near yet. We're stuck going relatively slow, because one of you could do 41 knots, but the other one can only do 30. The downside of two different ships teaming up. They damage your torpedo. Yeah, you keep running, because now the bigger danger is you getting sunk. Are they identified yet? 84 and 64. Alrighty. Ooh, there's a good hit. What are you shooting at? You're shooting at the destroyer. I'd like it if you didn't. And you managed to hit anyway. At that distance, at a fraction of a percent, he has managed to hit. Good job. Don't really know how you managed it, but you did. Have you been identified? 83. You have been. You have 15s. I think I predicted 16s. So that's pretty close on that guess. If you keep up your volley fire, you have a pretty poor chance of hitting, which is unfortunate. 89%. How do these do? We have hit with a fire. Nothing else, though. And any of these gonna hit? Any of these at all? Lost sight. And we kind of hit. Oof, you've got a few fires. They're this way? Yep. So our job is now just to meet up with them. The only thing we're firing at now is the armored cruiser, which does 30 knots. On the off chance that we hit, that'll cause some pretty bad damage to it, though. So we don't. You have 13. You have 10s. Oh my god, the battle cruisers have nothing to speak of for firepower. Eek. This is the firepower we've got. Fire. No damage. Ooh, those shells were close. How fast are you going still? You're still managing 27.8 knots, which is good. Which is good. Good, good, good. They are withdrawing. Damage to a torpedo and a fire. Oh, that was so close to being a hit. Yeah, you're not going to fire. I say that as he fires. Yeah, he didn't hit though. Speed up. And they are moving in. Downside is your guns are tiny, but you do have up to 15 inches of armor, which is good. And you've only got three triples. Your guns are bigger, but you have less armor. You steer towards him. You go back to defending him. Why did you do a little spinny? Okay, now that we have reunited, we turn back around. And we prepare to go at it again. 13s, 2 6s, some 3-inch and 2-inch guns. That thing almost has as much armor as a battleship should. 10-inch guns, 5-inch secondaries, 4-inch tertiaries, 3-inch quadraries, and some torpedoes. Bow torpedoes? Yep, those are bow and stern torpedoes. You have no torpedoes? You have torpedoes. But 64 reloads. You've got broadside torpedoes and deck torpedoes. You're going to slow down to 26 knots. This guy's going to start moving in. And hopefully, like, pass you or something, but that's probably not too likely. Okay, you're going to turn that way now, and you're going to turn that way. It'll be another running battle. How fast are you? You're 24 knots. Okay, that's a battleship speed. And you're 35 knots. That's a battleship speed as well. That's better. Like what their usual habit seems to be, where a battleship does 36 knots. They did slow them down a little bit. So we actually do have a chance of hitting them. How did that do that much of a nick? Because that was a visible hit on the graph thing there. Fire and floating. Yeah, I don't want you shooting big guns at destroyers. Main guns. Shift, Alt, right click. Because that's what you have the most chance to hit with. And yeah. You turn and you slow down to 26 knots as well. "16 inches of armor. That's mildly unfortunate. They're not fighting the armored cruiser. I worry about you because you have 18-inch guns. I kind of expected you to have bigger guns. Why are some of the turrets firing high explosive and the other turrets firing AP? Destroyed torpedo launcher. Those are not identified. I think one set of the 15-inch guns is shooting a destroyer, which is why it's firing high explosive. Yes. For some reason, these two don't count as primary. One counts as secondary. That's not exactly expected. So we'll just focus fire with everything. This might be a problem. Full speed. I'm going to ram myself. Don't be friendly fire, don't be friendly fire. Okay, we don't have friendly fire. Because that would have been a problem. Whoops. Have you been hit again? Not for a while. Okay, so that was a clusterfuck and a half. You're rather damaged. No hits scored. You can go to flank speed. These destroyers identified? No. Oh, you have been. Your torpedo range, 24-inch. Oh. 22.3 kilometers. They've got the long lance. They've got them long lance torpedoes, it seems like. Oh, and you finally hit. 15-inch extended penetration. That's good. Fire and flooding. Downside is they're focusing down my battleship with literally everything. Nope, you're also firing at my battleship. Oh, there's the enemy torpedoes, some of them. A clear miss, which is good. 9.5 kilometer range torpedoes. What you're going to do is you're going to turn and angle away, opening the distance. Opening the distance. Hopefully. Nope, you're going to turn. Oh, fine. Those are probably going to miss anyway. The other set might not. Oh, God. Oof. And you're going to be hit with at least one other torpedo amidships, and boom. So you're a dead guy. What are you doing? You're trying to swap. So yeah, this went real bad all of a sudden. I'm not impressed with this boat this time. Fire. Well, it didn't help that we nearly collided. But having the mixed turrets with some twin and some triple messes things up. We'll put it that way. Oh, now they're shooting different battle cruisers, so they're not focusing entirely on the battleship. That's convenient. That is convenient. All of those, of course, had to slam into the side. Didn't do much, though. Oh, we have fired... When did we fire torpedoes? Oh, we were just barely in torpedo range, but those weren't the ones from my battleship. They were the ones from the cruiser. And they're not going to hit shit. They're not going to hit a darn thing. I don't like what you just did. Oh, get moving. You're doing 17 knots now. That's not very good. So this guy's turning away now. Not sure why. So shoot him now. Engine 1 hit flooding. Brilliant. This armored cruiser has 9-inch guns, which are about as big as my battlecruiser's guns. With its 10s. We got a hit with a 15. The Vincent's pretty badly damaged. And you have lost an engine somehow. Does the Vincent not... Vincent doesn't have much armor. This is still winnable. Slow down to 30 knots. This is still winnable. Relies on you making hits, though. And tanking. Fire. Eminently winnable. In fact, about the entirety of that ship, except for 3 sections, is penetrable. You have another fire on you. Come on, land some good hits. Those are not good hits. Those are not even hits. Get some hits. 49% chance to hit. Come on. Oh, they're shooting big guns at a battlecruiser now. That's not a good thing. Come on, land some hits. Oh, just short. Just short. Just short. How much of that can you pen? Not too much. How about you with the bigger guns? You can penetrate a shocking amount of that boat, too. ×2. Let's get it moving. Oh, we got a hit. 15-inch stern belt extended. Not good enough, though. You slow down some more. Uh-oh. Torpedoes. Eh. That is not what I wanted. If you could score some hits, extended penetrations with frickin' 10-inch guns. There we go. Not good enough. They're focusing the battleship, which makes sense. Give them credit. %, with the 5-inch. Better than a 50-50 with everything else. Come on. And half speed. There's hoping those torpedoes pass in front, which they are. Are they actually going to run? Are these guys actually going to make a run for it? I think they're making a run for it. If they're making a run for it, I'm not doing this. I am not chasing them down. I think those are going to pass in front. Nope, one's going to hit. One's going to hit. One's going to hit. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm hoping it hits where I've already been hit. Come on, hit where I've already been hit. Torpedo flooding. Yeah, hit where I already was hit. Good. They're not running so much anymore. Everything went right over the light cruiser. These things have torpedoes, and they're the only thing left close enough to fire torpedoes, so let's make sure they're dead. That should sink. There it goes. Good. Oof, almost hit. Okay, those look good. Most will miss. All will miss. Nope. One shot did good. Large amount of damage. Large amount of damage. It's flooding all the length of it now. Because that shell traveled all the way down. Good, 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 good. And the battleships are making a run for it. If that doesn't sink... Make a hard turn. Make a hard turn. Mostly because if I have you make a hard turn, you'll slow down. Shoot the armored cruiser. Oh, piss. Turn away. Oh, this is going to finish the Odin. The Odin's going to take all of those and sink. And there's no, like, hard astern. Oh, don't take them all. Don't take them all. Take only 2. You might live with 2. Eek. Bracket it and not hit. Okay, with 2 it's survived. If I had lost a turret, yes. I do believe the enemy battleships are turning tail and fleeing, which is a pain, to say the least. Odin looks like it'll survive. How are you still floating? It's like its entire hull is red. But it's still floating. And you guys are still doing your crazy maneuver. You're not likely to hit anything at all. Most because of your own instability. So yeah, the enemy's turned tail and is fleeing. Which is perfectly reasonable. Quite perfectly reasonable. But it just means that this is unwinnable, because if the enemy flees, this ship starts damaged, so it's not like there's any hope of it keeping up. Sinks due to structural damage. And is that going to go down? Be real nice if it did. Be real nice if it went down. Yeah, they're just gonna run. Another hit. He came close to flooding. Yeah, with our hit rate, it's unlikely we're going to hit, so... Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do I try again? I honestly don't know. There we go, 15-inch hit. Set a lot of the boat on fire. Another 15-inch, 10-inch hit. Come on. This isn't even one of the targets that is for the mission. I just want fewer guns. Basically, if the enemy's just going to run away, there's no way to do this. Because it's a crapshoot whether you actually have any good battle cruisers to fight with. Anything with actual firepower. Which is great. I'm going to just keep shooting the Kent. This is out of spite. It's like, I'm not going to be able to keep up with these things. The battlecruiser probably can. The battleship is down to 9.6 knots. There's no way in heck we're keeping up. There we go. Is that a 15-inch? That is a 15-inch. The battleship, which has fewer chance of actually hitting because it's damaged, is the only ship actually hitting. The battlecruiser... Oh, you have torpedoes, so let's just charge you in at full speed. Some of the 15s are just out of ammo, so just shoot the Resolution. It's not like this is winnable. So, things we've discovered. If you have two types of turrets, whether they're both 15-inch guns or not, one counts as secondary, one counts as primary. You can't have primary turrets with two being triple and two being double. They don't work that way, which is a tad bit annoying. Just a tad bit annoying. Just a tad bit annoying. So we'll redesign this ship again. Because I'm not sitting here for 2 hours as they run away. No sirree Bob, am I doing that. So, we're leaving. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because they'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.